What if I told you that one simple book, a book that anyone could create, is making someone over $2,000 per month on Amazon KDP? And no, this isn't some oversaturated, overhyped niche. In fact, barely anyone is even talking about it. Today, I'm going to be showing this low competition niche, breaking down why it has great profit potential, what's making these books sell like crazy, and most importantly, how you can create one with no experience necessary. So what is this niche called? Well, it's called the 369 Manifestation Journal. And what is a 369 manifestation journal? Well, imagine you had a magic notebook where you could write something down and over time it would come true. Sounds pretty cool, right? Well, that's basically what a 369 manifestation journal is. It's based on a simple method where people write down their dreams and their goals using the numbers 369. They write their wish 3 times in the morning, then 6 times in the afternoon, and then 9 times before bed. The idea is by repeating their desires in a structured way, they focus their mind and attract what they want into their lives. And believe me, people are obsessed with these kinds of things. Think about it, with millions of people searching for ways to manifest wealth, love, and success, these journals are practically selling themselves. Now, if you're new here, my name is Jeff and I've been self-publishing on Amazon KDP since 2019. Over that time, I published over 2,000 books and generated over 6 figures in royalties. My goal is to help you become self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. So here's the game plan. We'll research the market together. I'll show you what's working and why, and then we'll analyze the top selling books so you can see exactly how these journals are structured. I'll show you how to make one yourself step by step without getting overwhelmed. And by the end of this video, you're gonna have everything that you need to start selling your own 369 manifestation journal and start making some passive income on Amazon KDP. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, if we hop onto Amazon and look at the 369 manifestation journal, we're gonna see a lot of books here doing quite well. So when I was doing research, I noticed a lot of these bestsellers rank pretty low, 35,000, 14,000, 5,000 right here. And they all look very similar, 369, 369, 369. And once again, with the BSRs pretty low here, which is always a good sign to see KDP books or self-published books doing well on the first page. Now, if we go back up here, the very first thing that I do is I always look at the total results because this is going to tell me how competitive a certain keyword is, as well as just how competitive a niche is overall. And for this 369 manifestation journal, we see total results of 316. Now, when it comes to competition, there's no point putting a book up on Amazon in an overly competitive niche because it's going to make your job harder. It's going to be harder to rank on the first or second page of Amazon. And ultimately, that's where you want to be if you want your book to be seen and sold. So I'm looking for search results that have about 1,000 or less because this is going to tell me that the niche is not too competitive, which is just going to give your book a better chance at being seen and being sold. So with the total results being 316, that's well below that 1,000 or so that I'm looking for, which tells me that the niche or this keyword is not too competitive, and it's going to give you a better chance at getting your book ranked on the first or second page of Amazon so that it can be seen and it can be sold. Now, if we go through the data here from Titans Quick View, which is a free KDP research tool, so if you want to go ahead and download it, you can head on over to the Chrome Web Store, make a search for self-publishing Titans, and it's going to be this one, Titans Quick View Amazon Niche Finder. And it's basically going to give you all of these features where it's going to give you the bestsellers rank, the calculation, price calculation, as well as things like the main BSR and the sub BSR of every book. And it's going to give you that purple bar that I use so you can follow along with this video. Now, if we look at the exact match, this basically means how many books are using this exact keyword in their title. We see 27 out of the 48 books on the first page, 37 independently published books out of the 48 on the first page, and the average bestsellers rank under 1 million, average reviews 217, and the average price $12.34. Now that we know that competition is low, the next thing that I look for has to do with demand. Now, there's no point putting a book up on Amazon if people aren't looking for that type of book and there's no interest there. So in order to judge demand, I'm looking for 3 or more KDP books that all have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that these books are selling consistently right now, which means there's some sort of demand here. So if we go down through the first page of Amazon, I'm going to skip all of these sponsored products and I'm just going to go over to the first one, that is the organic search ranking. So it's going to be this one right here called Project 369. We can see under publisher, it says independently published, which is exactly what we want to see, with the bestsellers rank of 5,743. So this is one book potentially showing demand for this niche. The next one right here called 369 Manifestation Journal is independently published and with the bestsellers rank of 14,461. This is another book showing demand. So we go to the next one right here. It is not independently published, even though it does look like a KDP book. Let's move on to the next one. This one is, and with a bestsellers rank of 35,000, that's already 3 books, but let's go through the rest of the first page. This one right here ranked at 23,000. We go to the next row, we're gonna see this one right here ranked at 288,000. This one is in the 300,000 range. And then we have a couple more books here doing well, 288,000, 315,000, 400,000. And this one right here is 125,000. So we see a handful of books doing very, very well. Now, if we go all the way back up to the top of the page, there's one more thing that I like to look for, and that has to do with the niche score. Now, when it comes to the niche score, I basically use this to validate the demand and the competition that we just looked at. And what I'm looking for is a score of at least 50. So with the niche score being 66, well above that 50 that I look for, demand is high, competition is low. It basically points me in the direction that there is potential for profits here. And as long as we can get on the first or second page of Amazon, then a book has a good chance of being successful. So right now, let's go ahead and look at the interiors of this book and see if it's something that we can replicate on our own. If we take a look at this book, this is the 369 Manifestation Journal, a guided manifestation journal using affirmations, the law of attraction, and divine numbers to manifest anything you desire, a 90-day journal. So if we look at the description, we can see it includes the explanation for this method, a 90-day manifestation journal, and then 25 love affirmation examples, wealth affirmation examples, health, and then general affirmation examples. This book is sized at 8.5 by 11 inches, and overall it's 102 pages long, so all very typical, and the price a little bit higher at $9.99. But with the book ranking at 14,461, I can see that BSR is not really being affected by the price. So if you create this type of journal, you could think about pricing it very similar to this one. You could even price it lower to try to undercut this book and try to grab some of its sales. Now, if we go ahead and scroll all the way down and see if there's any A+ content, we're going to see some pages of the interior. So this is kind of how to use this journal, the law of attraction and manifestation, and then the 369 method, kind of the layout of the interior. Now here's some more pages of the interiors. You have your wealth affirmations, as well as a feel as if game. And then this one right here is the actual 369 method interior. And so very simple. I want to manifest what? My affirmation right here. The customer just basically writes it down 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and then 9 times in the evening. And then they do this for consecutive days. So this is the page that's going to be repeated over and over and over throughout the entirety of the book. Now, if we take a look at that bestsellers rank of 14,461, plug it into this book sales calculator, we can see estimated book sales 18 per day, 540 per month, and estimated royalties turn out to be $69 per day and $2,079 per month, all coming from one single book. Now, essentially, all of these 369 manifestation journals are all going to look very similar. So what you could do is you could go to Creative Fabrica, make a search for 369 manifestation journal, or in my case, I just did 369 manifestation, and you're going to see a bunch of interiors here. And the ones that you want to look for are the ones that say Canva editable template. So this one says it, this one right here, the next one right here. So these first 3 are interiors that you could use. And if we check it out, we can see exactly what the interiors look like. So it really depends on the type of design that you want to go with. But as you're going to notice, they're all going to have pretty much the same interior, but different styling. This is another one that you could download. It's going to be a little bit more simple, but as you can see, it's all the same. You have your 3 in the morning, 6 in the evening, and then 9 at night. This one has a little bit more extra: gratitude list, final scripting, and future self, favorite quotes. So if you want to check out these interiors, go ahead. I'll put the link to Create a Fabrica down below. But what I'm actually going to show you today is my very own 369 journal that I created myself. So for this one, I created a 6 by 9 inch journal. And so this is basically my title page. I wrote my 369 journal. If you want to use my font, this is what it's called on Canva. And then I just decided to add a butterfly black and white here just to kind of follow along with that theme. I have my copyright, all rights reserved, published by, and then a blank page because the blank page is going to be the backside of this page. Now I started with a black page and then the same butterfly, but I inverted the color. And then I put a little quote by Nikola Tesla: "If you only knew the magnificence of the 369, then you would have a key to the universe." And so I started with this. And then the next page, which is actually on the left-hand side, is basically an introduction of the 369 method, basically explaining what it is. So the law of attraction and Tesla's method, 369, all this stuff that I went ahead and researched and wrote my own description of what a 369 method is. Now, what you could do is you could use ChatGPT to basically streamline this process. I also have this 17-second rule by Abraham Hicks. So really my thinking in all this is just to give the customer some extra information so that they know exactly what they're getting into. And then right here, how to follow the 369 manifestation method. And so what I did is I put it down into 4 steps. Step 1, decide your manifestation. And I basically wrote down exactly what to do. Step 2, journal 3 times in the morning. Step 3, journal 6 times midday. And then step 4, write your desire 9 times before bed. Basically the instructions. And then follow the 369 manifestation method for 33 days and see what magic occurs. On the last page, you will find tips that will surely help you on your new path in life. And then the next page is basically the start of the interior. The book belongs to page. This 369 journal belongs to. As you notice, I've kept everything within theme. So all of the pages look like they're part of the same book. And then even when I got to this page belongs to page, I made sure to use the same font, the same title, and then I kind of stylized it in a way that is a little bit unique. So the belongs to section is a little bit smaller here. And then I put a section here with the same butterfly, affirmation. And so this is where they're going to write their affirmations. And then really this is where it starts. So basically write the affirmation 3 times in the morning, and I put a little sunrise right here. And then midday with the full sun 6 times. And then in the evening, kind of like I put a moon here to signify that. And then this is going to be 9 times. And then at the end, I put a quote just to kind of add a little bit more personality into the pages and something that the reader can look at after every time they've completed the page to kind of give them more motivation and more inspiration. And I did that with every single page. So pretty much every page is the same until you get to the quote, and then the quote is different. But as you can see, I just repeated it over and over and over again. And as you can see, it's just duplicated over and over again. The only thing that changes is the quote. So feel free to go ahead and use this as inspiration to create your own book. So for me, I specifically just did 33 days. And then at the very end, I added a section for notes right here. And so mine turned out to be 100 pages. And so all you need to do to get this ready for Amazon KDP upload is to hit share, hit download this as a PDF print. You can flatten the PDF and then make sure it's all pages, and then download this as CMYK because it's best for professional printing. But if you're not paying for the paid Canva and you only have the free version, use RGB and then hit download. Now, if you're serious about finishing this book up, don't forget to use my KDP royalty roadmap, which is going to help you along with the entire process from beginning to end. It's going to help you with the title, subtitle, cover creation, all of that stuff. The link is down below. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.